How are you doing? People out there in YouTube land. Right, I had a bit of a exciting few hours. I had a lot of this, 4 tins of this anti-gravity 600. It's a rubberized coating you can put underneath, you know, to stop the stones chipping the paint off. Had 4 tins of it, and I gave them a good shake, and I put them in hot water, a bucket of hot water, to soften it up, make it even, you know, runnier. Everything was going well. I had roughed up the epoxy primer that I had on, and I put another coat on. That'd be the 3rd coat, and then the idea was that this stuff has to go on within, I think, 12 hours. Else you have to rub it down again, the primer. So I didn't want to do that anyway. So I got my trusty Schultz gun here. I've used this before. It worked out quite well on cars, really, but not with this particular brand of this Noval brand, but with Schultz, and it worked a treat. You know, that was quite a long time ago. So I got it. I never looked at it until I was ready to use it, and I plugged it in, and well, it didn't work. That's just it. It just didn't work. So I had to. I took it apart. What you do? Had a good look around it. Couldn't find anything wrong other than a bit of an air leak around the trigger. So I had it screwed in, and I was checking it. And I thought, I wonder what happens if I lock that thing there. You know, will it do something? Well, it did do something. Yeah, it blew underseal all up into my eyes and into my face through the 2 holes in the lid. And so I couldn't see what I was doing then, and I couldn't even see what I was doing to get something to get the stuff out of my eyes. And it stings, I'll tell you. It's like pepper spray. Anyway. Got that cleared up and cleared up the mess, and it went up so little bits hit the ceiling and all. So that's junk now, I suppose. Maybe it'll work with some other type, but it certainly doesn't work with this stuff. And so what I had to do, I didn't want to go to town to get shopping, to get stuff on a Friday. Because I wanted to get this done. I had a window to get it done, and I wanted to get it done. So I had to be imaginative, and what I found in the end was this this gun here. It's a sandblaster from I think from Lidl or Aldi. Comes with a tin. Fill it with sand, and it's useless really, I would imagine, for sandblasting, but I don't know why I bought it, probably because it was cheap. But it was anything I had, and so I thought, well, what have I got to lose? So I emptied the contents of that tube there into this. Emptied it into that, stuck it on, and started spraying. That's a nice size spray. Got this. That's got to be 5mm at least, whereas they recommend 4mm of a nozzle. You know, on this little gun, it's probably just about right. But anyway, that wasn't any good anyway, so that's gone. So I used the sandblaster to put the underseal on. So I'm going to show you now what a job it made. I used 4 tins of it, which is about 4 litres, I suppose. And I thought I'd get it all done with 3, but maybe that was putting it on a bit too heavy. But it might need another one. It might need another 1 or 2 later on. But I wanted to get it done and finished with. So I'll show you what it looks like underneath. So here we are after 1 coat. Not looking too bad, I suppose. Trying to take that light away a bit. It's still not just dry yet. I think I'll give it another couple of tubs if I can get the stuff. I'm on a crawler board, you know, with wheels on it. That's what the noise is. Now, put it on a bit thick at the front, but that's the stuff that's the place that's going to get hit by the stones from the front wheels getting kicked up, so maybe that'll not be too bad. Here we are, and that's it. This has got me to the front end now. Right, here it is after 2 coats of gravit, rubberized, and then a coat of black paint, 2K paint. See the hole for the drain for the roof. Sunroof, should I say. And we have down here not looking too bad. It's not wet now, it's just a bit of a sheen that the paint has put over it. And that brings us up to the firewall. That's the next that's going to be done. See it? Under here. Oh dear. And under here. That's next on the list. Right then, all those in YouTube land. I've got the underside of the car done now. Right, the whole bottom of the car is good, strong metal the whole way through. Right through the sills, the boot area, if you call it that, and it's all been epoxy primed, and I sprayed anti-grav the whole way underneath the whole of the underside. Some people say it's not a good idea because it can trap moisture, but I'm hoping that if it's put on, you know, if it lasts 10 years, that's probably going to see me through anyway, but hopefully longer than that. I've now got up to what the Americans call the firewall, and the next job is to replace these sills, or these inner wings. You can see that I'm going to make some new ones out of some galvanised sheet that I have. It's a lovely piece of galvanised, about the same thickness as this. It's all important to get the bends in the right places, so I'm going to make this new inner wing, keep this outer strengthened piece here because there's nothing wrong with that, there and there. And I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday evening, piston broke it was, and the guy was kindly showing us around his Range Rover Classic that they were getting done up, and I saw something that, you know, the way they'd done it, and I thought, well, that's it. You know, I was looking for a way of doing it, and I could see it on that video. So that's why I watch all these videos, because you get ideas from, you know, there's so many videos on YouTube about Range Rovers. I think Soup was one of the first ones I watched. I think that's a guy over here in Ireland. He's a very interesting guy. The way he does the filming is just incredible. I don't know how he has the patience. He's obviously quite good at the filming side of it as well, and he's done his Range Rover up. And there's Britannia Restorations over in Canada. Mike, I think his name is. He's a Yorkshire man living in Canada, and he's just an endless pit of knowledge. And I must have seen all his videos. More concentrates on the engines, the 300 TDIs, and the gearboxes and all the running gear. But he's an incredible man, and he's got a sidekick there, Ludi, as well, who's got a channel. And I was watching Ludi only a few weeks ago doing up the he made inner wings out of pretty heavy plate. He's some man. Great job, and he did it all in a day, I think, which is just, I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't have the energy. Who else is there? Ludi. There's oh yeah, Trev's blog. He's another guy I do watch. Trev's blog, English from the UK. He's very, very, very easy to listen to, and very knowledgeable about how to do stuff. As I say, piston broke. That's another one I do be looking at, and Church House Classics. You've probably all seen these. If you're watching this, your chances are you've gone through and you've looked at most of the stuff. Church House Classics. It's all one word. I think his name's Richard. I think, and that's another guy that I must have seen all his videos. You know. And then there's a new fella now. I think you'll have to forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it could be Canada, somewhere, North America, Canada. Some assembly required. Now he's doing up a Range Rover, and he's bought 2 Range Rovers, and he's putting the best of the 2 together to make one good Range Rover. And well, interesting man. You know, you could just see the quality of the work that he's doing. So, and I watch all these because I you know, I want to see how people do stuff, so that, and then I can copy it. Once I can see it, I can copy it, which is what I do a lot. Fitzy Fabrication. There's another guy, I think he's in America. I think Fitzy Fabrication, and he's an old school metalwork guy, and he does everything, and I think he only uses a hammer and a dolly, and he does the most incredible stuff with very little, you know. But of course he's talented, and you can't buy talent, and all you can do is earn it, you know, over time. And one last channel I do watch, and if anybody's thinking of doing something similar to this, it would pay you to have a quick look, is old timer team. They're Polish, I believe, and they're incredible what they do. It's probably the best I've seen in bodywork. Old timer team, and they do restorations. They've done a Range Rover, doing lots of different vehicles, but they did a Range Rover and they made it look so easy, and the quality of the work is just out of this world, really. You know, they do, and I'm sure they do it quickly as well. It's because it's their job, you know, and so that's a few people to look at, and the only reason I mention it is because that's what I watch, to get ideas how to put this stuff back together again. I mean, you know, what would you do? What would you do? You know, I need some inspiration sometimes. Not even you know, ideas. It just need to see somebody else do it and think, well, that's it. That's what I'm doing, and I'm out there now, and I'm going to do it. So this is this is my job now. Next week, get this side done. This is the easiest side. Strip out the front as a bulkhead, or firewall as the Americans call it, and it's been coated with hammerite black, and to be honest, it stood up the test of time, really. But I'm going to try and see if I can take it off or take it back and put epoxy primer on first and seal it all up. There's not much really wrong with that firewall engine bay, but I want to get it obviously cleaned up like the underside of the car. And these new wings, I've got two new ones up there. I think I mentioned it before. I've got two brand new ones of these up in the loft there, but I'm not going to use them. €250, £250 probably, I don't know, each. And there's two of them up there, the whole shooting match. But I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to see if I can make these out of a galvanised sheet. It'll have to be a fairly decent job now. I'm not, you know, I'm not. It's not going to be look bad. It should look as good as it does, as these do when I'm finished. That's the plan anyway. Right. See you later.